Okay, so it looks like it's connected. We're just going to take a second to actually validate that real quick. Test. Hello. What's up? Welcome, welcome. We're getting started. We'll be ready in just a minute. I'm just verifying that we're up everywhere. And now I'm hearing my own voice, which is technically a good thing. All right. Got that there. Perfect. Okay, we've got this all popping up. Just about ready here. I am standing in the nether with no armor on for the thumbnail, so I should probably hurry up and get into the game, shouldn't I? Let's see here. I got the stream music playing. Don't know if it's really coming through. I'm actually not sure what is or isn't working. I just know that I had a bunch of stuff that I wanted to do today in the nether. Well, just on the SMP in general. So I figured we could, work on a couple things, and it's more good practice streaming in the meantime. The last time we played, before I got sick, there was a couple projects we were trying to work on, but due to, the amount of bugs in the current versions of Minecraft, we had to actually go out and reach out to help from Mojang, who then actually didn't have a solution, so we did troubleshoot and find a solution for us and our other friends running Bedrock. So if you have any questions about the issue from last time and how to fix it, just let me know. It's pretty simple. I can help you troubleshoot too. I have plenty of free time, as you can tell by the fact that I'm here. So right now we're in Gothatora's little nether storage area, which if I had more time to work on a video, you guys would all know about already. So there's a possibility that the next video might be kind of a fast forward, because we really are trying to get caught up on a lot of our old, things that we were working on and stuff, but in the meantime, I mean, does this not just look hideous? Like, all of this was pretty well, existing nether area. We're trying to chisel everything out all the way down, and, I really appreciate that this is all, the lava's nice and covered, but, the color is definitely jarring to the eyes, so we'll work on that probably towards the end. And then, the room that we started in, we were asked to build a little chicken farm, so that she can play with, the skulk spreading around in here. So I am kind of tempted to get around to this shortly. Do we have any? We have a couple of pieces of redstone. I'm pretty sure I have a redstone box somewhere. And just overall, we have a lot of, trying to figure everything out. I do have my camera off again. It is working again, but, I don't know. The last time, I just felt like I liked not having the camera on. So we'll play with that as time goes on. It's just one less thing to worry about. I have horrible lighting. I forget to look at the camera. So perhaps just going live is just good enough for now. So, let's see. I want to kind of remember where we left off from digging last time, and I gotta make sure that my soul speed doesn't cause us to run right off the edge here. But I recall... Oh yeah, we got some skulk coming in, so here's that skulk room. It's a good thing we actually disconnected all of this beforehand. That was kind of a fluke. This getting chiseled out was not originally part of the plan. And I don't think we need that little barrier right there anymore. Oh, it was a buried redstone line. Aha! I see. So over here somewhere, that gets cut off, and then we go this way. We're going to drop down here and fail a little bit. Oh, jeez. So then we got that. I guess we'll just flutter down to the bottom and see. It's the problem with taking a couple weeks off. So basically got to remove a lot of this stuff, and then we're going to try to go out to the walls, and then we're going to really start removing. A lot of this stuff that's going to be left behind is just going to be temporary, because there's a portal, and then above here we've got another portal, over there we've got a portal, and there we have a portal, going that way we have a portal, going down to the bottom of there is a portal that leads to another portal over there, and then we've got a couple portals going all that way. So our goal most likely is to make the nether hub in this whole big area, which is why we were excavating it before. Definitely going to get back to that. Do we got any rockets? I don't feel like climbing. Ooh, I don't got a lot of rockets. And then, let's see, not too bad. We've got a lot of this cleared out pretty good. And we'll just have this top floor up here. And we've already got some of this stuff cleared out okay. Which looks nice. This all used to be connected. So it's just kind of last couple places. We built a thing around this is that storage system. Yeah, we'll get it working. It's going to be hideous for the next couple of weeks. That's going to be pretty obvious. But we are going to make some progress. For right now, I'm thinking that we're going to head up to the overworld and take a couple little peeks at some stuff. We need to acquire our redstone box. The amount of bees that are glitching out of their spots, like the nether being like compacted was keeping all the bees where they belong, and now it's just not. But that's okay. We have to redo a lot of our bee stuff because we were really early into bees. So like all of our farms run off like old mechanics from like 1.16 and 17, or maybe 16 was too early for bees. But like whenever the bees came out, then we collected enough stuff that we still don't need more. That's pretty well loaded. This isn't the portal we need. So we're also, I had started a base that I remembered about a week ago that I now know, like that's where some of my missing stuff is. Now, finding it is going to be a totally different scenario, but that's okay. Let's just go to our end, which we don't need to go to right now. We're probably going to be heading out to our little project area first, because, oh, you know, I could have checked an end chest. I try to keep that stuff in my end chest, but I know, not for a fact, but basically for a fact that I forgot it, where we're headed. And, that's okay. We kind of want to, like, take a look at a couple things on the way through anyways. Well then. And that portal right there almost always leads to death. The area that it drops us in lags, and it takes so long to load. But I've also been kind of waiting to see if this gets any better, so let's just pop through this portal here. Do I have a totem? I do have a totem. So we should be okay. The last time I actually died coming out of this portal, I also had a totem, but this loading took almost 5 minutes. All right. You might recognize this area. This was when the server was offline for a while. Me and Tato built this area up pretty good, if you ask me. But we really haven't had a lot of loot. Cool. We haven't really had a lot of stuff to do here. And it was all just like some basic ideas that never became overly fruitful. Like right up here, we have our live-in mine with a storage system up top. There's a slight possibility this is where my stuff is. Down there, we've got like our extended mine and a little thing. This is where we can send all of our materials up, and they kind of just fill up all these boxes, kind of making their way up. I want to say we recently emptied all this because it's empty, and that was definitely full before. Run up over here. Worst bubble vader ever, I know. Okay, so yeah, okay, first off, check the end chest. Got a little bit of ancient debris, some shulker shells. This is like my rare items, and no redstone. I want to say we moved almost everything out of here except for the top floor stuff. The top floor stuff, I still have a bunch of like books and stuff to go through. We had the library build. Alright, let's see if I can do this. I used to be able to like fly out here. But then like I think the vines kind of changed again. You can snip vines now, but I don't know if it would look the same. Maybe it'll just stay an entrance only for now. Yeah, so we'll go pop our head outside. Make sure we don't have too much stuff left behind. We've got, this is our wool farm, in which I would bet over half of the sheep have probably despawned. Well, the decorative sheep are still available for the most part. Kind of got a double layer here. Let's see. Most of them are good, except for whatever color that is supposed to be. I'm only missing one color. That's not too bad. And I'm pretty sure the farm, the actual farm down below ran out of everything, but let's just go double check here. I was gonna make an automatic filler for, like, shears and whatnot. Did I? Let's go take a look. Well, I've got an automatic farm for the picking up of the wool. What's this? Oh yeah, and then we had an automatic dispenser that sent it out through the piping. That was so much fun. I remember that now. Okay. So, yeah, if we ever need wool, we'll just come here and fill it up with some shears, and that should be basically all we need. I apparently really heavily looted everything. Yep, that's where it would come out. It would flow up through here. And then... the days of... I will blatantly admit, I failed to put doors on 90% of everything, because they don't need it. Wait, didn't they? They did make it to where berry bushes hurt again. Again, don't know if we were having server errors before that were preventing us from getting hurt, or if it was kind of like a back and forth on that one. But yeah, then this would come through to here, and... well, it's pretty hard to open a closed box, but that's where we were getting most of our wool. And oh my goodness, we must have brought the wool with us. Oh yes, this is a machine that we used to teach some redstone. It's pretty basic. It's so basic I don't even want to take the time. But effectively the button is hardwired to a layer, but not another layer, just to show how torch switching works. Cactus and vine farm, outpost. Up there I believe is our here's the farm. This is where we get all of our vegetables. There's a underground internment camp, or whatever you want to call it, where we keep our villagers. And they work for free, but I do give them a place to live. So it's fair, you see. And they all just they just run the farm down here, which gets pumped up here into a sorting system, which is currently running. It's a pretty simple signal-based one. I wish I could remember which YouTuber or whatever actually made this. This is not really my design by any means. The only thing that I ever change is oh, this isn't even the changed one, so don't listen to me. I got some of these. This cliff face is like over here. That is the library. Man, I am so excited to come back and finish some of these things in the future. Oh, we didn't even finish putting a roof on it. This is what happens when you go to log into a server and it just doesn't work, you know? So you're just like, huh. I guess, oh well. So that leads out here to this, which then leads over to another one of our friends' houses over here. Look at how just pretty that is out on that island. I love that. Okay. So right over here somewhere should be another portal we can use to kind of get out of here and keep moving. I guess we could fly where we're headed, but I'm down to 6 rockets, and I'm not feeling super safe with that small amount of rockets. I always like to have like a get up and go amount, and I think that's 5 or 6. And we're actually not far from where we just were. I just wanted to check that area, and what is this? Huh. Did I do that? That's such an old addition that, like, I don't know how long that's been there, or maybe somebody else just did that. If somebody else did that and you see this video, let me know that you did that, because my brain's trying to place it and I just can't. It definitely fits the theme, so I'm like, I feel like it was like me using the 3rd door that it gave me. But I'm also like, that doesn't lead anywhere. I don't make doors to nowhere. I actually exclusively ignore doors. I get killed by monsters because I don't keep them out of my house. Okay, and then this. Hello. Oh, we don't need any blaze right now. We do have a very miniature blaze farm on this server, but being that we don't really do a lot of anything right now, it doesn't really matter. I am thinking about doing one of those industrial districts soon where a whole bunch of things are all being pumped in through at the same time. But, like, I have found that my super tiny mob farm is relatively efficient for everything I need, being that trident killers work on bedrock, so you really don't have to be super fancy, and you can get the looting effect applied. So, like, really, I think what my goal is to I want to have an area that's basically ticking in the Nether and in the overworld that's just generating mobs like crazy, and the only thing that won't be getting generated there is probably like Endermen, because it's, you know, they're 3 tall, but we have the Ender already. And then like the same kind of goes for Blaze. We already have a Blaze farm, so like I might just basically like AFK at these places and then get like shulker boxes full of materials, and then they might not actually end up in our industrial district, but we'll see. My goal, one of my first ones that I want to do is I want to make a big gold farm that possibly has an auto barter or hooked up to it. Now that you can do that in Bedrock, I've always had more fun manually bartering and like talking to them, and but like coming back to like chests full of items you can't farm, or like, man, that's a viable obsidian farm. It would take forever, but so does mining obsidian. So, I don't know, maybe it's just fine. And let me see here. So it does look like we're still live, but I just realized that a while ago it killed the music, which of course it did. So let me go see if that means we're disconnected from the internet, and then I'm gonna turn the music back on if I can. Maybe? Cool, that's fine. We didn't want music anyways. There's a bug with my internet. I make my own internet, for lack of a better words. I'll literally make it, but I have a ton of different softwares between me, my phone, and the internet, so that I can treat my phone's internet connection like a standard internet connection. And then like I have a VPN if I need stuff to get to a certain area of the world. I have our own VPN that goes to like a house that's a real place, you know. So we have everything that we need. But so there is like this thing where like when I start to either like fill up my RAM, or if for whatever reason we go from like 1 meg up to like 80 megs down to like 200 meg down to like 5 meg down back up to 200, like it just crashes the program. That removes us from the stream. That's a big deal. So this other software never goes down, but it like doesn't let anyone connect after like 10 minutes. So if I had to guess, it's Streamlabs, you know, never dropped the connection out for this stream to, you know, say like YouTube and Twitch and all that. But it did lose its connection to the music website, and now it's trying to get there. Just, you have no internet. I have internet. That's not the problem. But so I have to actually I found some really interesting code that you can run to very, very deeply inspect the packets. So we'll be playing with that later. So maybe we'll do that after this. My hope is someday I just want to say, hey, I'm streaming this afternoon, I'm gonna click 2 buttons, and we're gonna get in. That being said, up here is another one of my little mini storage areas. So first off, I want to see if we left any rockets up there, and then secondly, see if our redstone box is potentially up here. I do think a bunch of our shulker boxes are actually here. Oh, good. I was really worried I lost them. Hey, that's where all our wool went! I love it. Okay. And then we got some food and some potions and some dragon's breath. And a bunch more vegetables. Okay, so that probably means the redstone box is somewhere. We were doing redstone. This isn't my redstone box, is it? No, this is just a box. And... oh, I have rockets in this one. I'll remember that. So my redstone box is almost always red. So we're gonna fly over to... We're going to walk for a moment over to the project. The project is gonna be... I don't want to like be overly cocky and say it's gonna be interesting, but I like what the current design for it is kind of coming out to be, and like my goal with it, without having too many spoilers, is the main reason I picked this area is there are a bunch of skeleton spawners. There might be other spawners too, but I'm only really interested in the skeleton spawners. Because I want to have something to refill the skeletons in the area. I plan on making like utilization of like the farm, but I not only want them to defend my area. I'm thinking about kind of trying to also have like perhaps like a mini game or like a little maze or something in the area. You know, that bug where I couldn't fly has been for so long that it's just the most satisfying thing in the world to just be able to take off flying right now. There's the AFK spot for the time lapses that we do. Don't usually get to see that in the shot. On bedrock. Oh no! None of that. Woo! Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll go to bed. But yeah, I don't know if you saw the last time lapse. That was about 6 odd hours of more digging here, even with the beacon. I'm hoping to get this done pretty soon, honestly. Here, we're gonna sleep real quick. I don't see my redstone box. It's not the end of the world, because there is a potentiality that I just left it like over there, or I need to sit here and mentally brainstorm a minute because, well, where did I put it now? Hey, did anybody see a red shulker box just floating way above the ground where I can no longer reach it? Because I do. So the main idea with this build here too is really gonna be kind of like, I'll kind of show you the effect we're going for, but I like having like holes over holes over holes over holes, and right now there's no color here, right? Like this is all gray. It looks just horrible, but it's all in the effect of I want to chisel it all out, and then I'm gonna come back and try to make it not only kind of lived in, but like I like the idea of having like one half of it, like I might have like a lava thing up over here, so that it like actually comes in and it's like all like fire and brimstone turning to black stone, and then kind of turning to this gray stone, or like this stone is from cracked stone to gray stone, and so on and so forth. The area down here is definitely coming together. I believe one of the skeleton spawners is under that big chunk there, another like 30 blocks. Another one, which we've almost gotten to, I believe, is down at the bottom of all this. And then once we get down there, this is all going to be floating. We're going to redig the rest of the hole, probably all the way down to bedrock, just so that it's done. Then we're going to kind of get these edges all the way taken out too. And this might be like as big as it gets. I mean, it looks really small and really big, depending on how you want to look at it. But like I think that this might suit our needs. And then there's going to be this outer barrier where I want to send most of the skeletons up to. So when like you come here, like right off the bat, like you're being shot by skeletons. And if you sit here and think, well, before I go to visit him, I gotta pay attention. That is literally why I built this place. This whole place is meant to basically go, huh, I don't like it here. You shouldn't live here, dragon. And I go, I know. So I'm gonna say our best bet to get it, let's go over there and look. I'm really sick of burning totems. I don't have a raid farm right now. The closest thing I have to a raid farm is we lost the nearest outpost to a tower. Oh yeah, and then so that's just a TNT launcher. It serves basically no purpose. Why I left it floating in midair, I do not know. Yeah, so we'll go up there. Don't mind me, I haven't been in my own base in over a month. And I like to like spend sometimes a good like 6 hours just deleting blocks, placing blocks, editing blocks. So then I come back and I'm just like, who did this? It's so weirdly smooth. I don't do a lot of texturing. I'm glad there's texturing over here at least. Oh, I remember this. This I want to make into like a pitfall. Like I'm gonna have like a bunch of faux blocks here. Like I'm thinking about having like a bunch of quartz with like 1 powder snow and 1 powder snow. So you're like, oh, I like the texture. And then yeah, you live down there. Now have fun with that. I want to have a couple of like recyclable kill yourself containers where you can like just hit a button and you're out. But I only really want those in the areas where like people are going to be trying to be like figure out my area. I love the idea of having like things for people to find or accomplish. Like I might have like a chest that is like wired up to a button, so that when you get up to the button, you can like hit the button, and then it's got like a timer, so you can't just keep spamming it. But like every 5 minutes, you can hit that button, and it'll give you like a piece of iron or some diamond or something. Like I don't want them to sit there and think the viable way to farm the game is to hit buttons in my base. But I don't want someone to do like a 5 minute parkour thing straight up a wall for no reward. So we'll just kind of have to pick something in the middle there. As for this, I was gonna try to like just land over there, but I don't think I'm gonna pull that off too well. Do I have my silk touch? I do. And then I think we might have to go look into our mob farm for a minute, just because. Okay, and this is my redstone box, right? Oh, good. Woo. And the game doesn't say I didn't have my elytra, so I didn't pop a totem. I risked that, but I'm glad I did. I'm imagining too some like maybe some like pipes coming out of there. Like maybe we'll have a building on top that's got some like pipes just pumping out like something down into here. I do like that like a lot of this area is a slime chunk being right next to the farm and whatnot, or the farm. Hey, slime are killing themselves down. Hey! How dare you! I was just talking about you. Oh, and now my inventory's full. Okay. Let's see. What don't we need? This slab can go right here so we can place it. And then don't screw this up. Whee! Okay, so we found our redstone box, and now the goal is kind of to head back. I'm going to try to get some air up here with the rockets, and then we can steal a couple of rockets from ourselves. Then, like I said, I think we're going to wander on over to our little itsy-bitsy mob farm. Try to heal up our gear a little bit, make sure it's not broken, because, you know, the game's only updated 75 times. Boop. All right. I need more than one rocket, so we're gonna make this happen. There. I feel like we're 83% safer now. Whoop, whoop. Take damage because the game says yes. The other day, I was running around and I noticed that I had an end rod in my inventory, and I randomly placed it because I had no business having an end rod, and now I look over there, and what do you see? A missing spot for an end rod. That's okay, we'll get it fixed. I believe our frogs up here despawned when we were making frog lights, but take a quick little peek. There's these two. I bet the rest are all gone. Wait, no, the rest were the other way. Yeah, we had like 10 out here. We got 1! And a frog light! That's mine. Man, I'm such a waste. There we go. Gonna do like a whole farm soon. We actually have a couple of the spawners for the magma cubes, but I have really found this server especially loves spawning magma cubes where they can spawn. Hello. Gunpowder? Really? Really? Yeah, I'm not making room. I'm literally gonna go to stacks of gunpowder. Oh yeah, and this I forgot about. You can spam A again without instantly going through all of your food. You just start going through all of your food. It's totally different. I don't know if I have enough food to be doing this. I have 63 chickens. I want to say we'll be fine. Woo! And I guess there's probably like 45 other things that would be fun to show off, but I'm not necessarily just here to show off. Part of this is I'm curious what happens if oh, hello. I don't recommend this. Yeah, I really don't. They picked a fight. I believe we switched the server out of hard, and I say that because that was easy. We've been doing a lot of like reclamation, and then like, so when you have like a world corrupt and then it uncorrupts, you have no idea what you're gonna get. So the last couple times this happened, we got massive holes in the world and stuff like that, especially places that were like heavily populated with chest monsters. Now when it does this reset, well, like it'll probably reset the chunk that it was in, which again would get rid of chests or buildings in the area. But more so than anything, it's just like a lot of the things just seem to be a little off. So I believe we switched back down to the normal for the time being, so that everybody can kind of go to places that used to be safe that aren't anymore safe and kind of be like, okay. So personally, I prefer the game just be constantly in hard mode, but I completely understand the sentiment of like, we're basically noobs again in this server. So, and like I said, right around this area, in between the two areas, I have this mountain base that I started. And I moved a ton of my good resources and, like, I want to say, like, stacks upon stacks of iron to it. And, then I just forgot about it. And I kind of flew around the other day for a good 40 minutes, going over areas that have been explored. Couldn't find it, so I used a map decoder set on just top layer, so I could look down and be like, oh yeah, there's all that stone or stuff that I moved, and there's my new bridge, and it just seriously wasn't, it didn't exist. So either A, it got wiped out during the corruption event, or B, I just don't know where I put it. I love Soul Speed, but like, the way that this whole way is set up, it's just jarring. Meow. Okay. So now we're back here. We don't need to go there. We need to go over to the farm, which I think is this one. I love how the Nether takes spaces that are super far apart and makes them super close together. And oh, speaking of raid farms, I don't know if we're gonna do this, but the omen lasts a while. So. Hello. 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 Okay. So here's this thing now. We're gonna take this, throw our carrots over there, got that. Take some of these things, put that away, and that away, and that away. That and that. Now I should be able to grab everything, including my carrots. Haven't gotten into crossbows. Been playing Minecraft for a decade. I've fired a crossbow one time. Maybe we'll leave it at one for now. Be all suspicious. Or not suspicious? There's a word I'm looking for, but it's not that. There's the cannon. There's a small building. There's the portal we came out of. Got a little lovely bunch of slime block here. Our super ultra tiny mob farm. Down there, we've got our netherwart farm, you got a bamboo farm, and then we have as much food as you could eat if you want to manually collect it. We've got the bamboo down there, and a cannon to protect it. You know, I have to say this, but, like, if you have my phone number, I don't answer my phone. Enjoy calling me. Do I even know who this is? Nope. It's probably spam. Maybe it's the government. Stop telling kids how to play Minecraft. I'm sorry. Hello. Hello in there. I see that this has stopped working for a moment. Haha! Much better. So this is like an OG Trident killer. Again, from when like the game really didn't let you move too many things. I used to have one that was like pushing a cauldron up through a floor, and then that would drop through it. And then I think, now I'm going back like 2-3 years, but there's only really one guy I can think of right now. I think this was Silent Whisper, I believe, if I'm trying to give credit properly. That I saw this and I was like, that so beats my cauldron. However, the one thing that I did notice, and it's probably just because, you know, things are constantly updated, but now you really don't need much to make a trident killer. Back when stuff like this was designed, it was, again, really, really, like, this might be... When did tridents come out? This was... They had fixed tridents, like, 2 or 3 times, and then I built this. But anyways, the one that I built the other day for a video was significantly more efficient, way faster, and it didn't shoot the Spideys out the hole. However, a big deal with that, I've noticed with Minecraft, is if you surround it with blocks, it gets pushed into the wall instead of to the air blocks. And then that's invalid, so it will slowly scoot back into the building. Whereas, like, it seems to be if they spend a few minutes in the air blocks outside of the room, the game accepts that as their new location. No matter what type of authentication you have on the movement. But then, so up here is where, like, a chunk of the EXP comes to, and then all the items go down into here and go there. I was going to build an item filter on there, which you can kind of tell when you walk by. It's like half of an item filter on the back. And then I realized that, like, I didn't actually want to discriminate against, like, armor and stuff like that, and I was collecting it, but I guess other people figured they could just take my stuff and melt it down, which is fine. So I'll just recollect it. Because, you know, nuggets are worth so much compared to level 10 enchantments anyways. So yeah, this is one of the things that definitely needs to get upgraded in the near future, in the basis that it doesn't really create the most it possibly could in terms of EXP. It does work pretty good in terms of loot generation. The one problem we were having with some of our settings before was that this would not run at night. Now I believe it runs at night, but it does not run during the storms at night. And I'm still betting that that has to do with, like, I'm so far above, nothing should be allowed to spawn down there. That doesn't mean it doesn't spawn down there. It means it's not supposed to. Okay, we got this kind of moved forward a little bit. I am actually curious how this thing has been handling. I will do some AFKing here later to kind of get the rest of this handled. Let's see. Oh, yep. We are getting some drops. Got lots of bows, which are good fuel. And apparently we put some blocks behind there. I think, like I said, we were in the middle of building something, but... We also we did have an early bug over here where Enderman would spawn on, I can't remember where it was. I think it was like on, one of these wasn't like polished before or something like that. And then he would do his like panic teleport and he'd be like over here. And then he would go like straight up there and knock you off by like landing above your head. So a lot of these got replaced with slabs and half slabs. I'm actually genuinely not sure why I don't get Endermen right here, but I think this isn't a spawn location is why. Like, if they were to spawn all the way up here, then we'd have the problem. Okay, for a second I thought it wasn't working, so I was like, what's happening now? It is definitely fun that this still works. The biggest problem we used to have, too, is, like, the Trident would despawn due to, like, a desync with, like, the player and the server. So, like, if the player who threw it desynced and then logged out, the Trident would just delete itself from the opening. I still keep them on standby, or, like, I'll take them out of the system at the end if I don't have some on standby. Okay. Just gonna let a couple more of these guys die real quick, just so I can put this back in my inventory with a little bit more health on it. I need to have a couple better ways of generating EXP, but I like regular Minecraft sometimes. So, like, instead of building the big farms I always build, the last couple times I played this game, I just spent like 6 hours just removing stuff. There's our original area, and I know it's literally horrifying and disgusting. We don't live there anymore. That over there is the PvP arena. We are going to be doing a PvP live stream soon. I wish I had a schedule for it, but it's difficult, to say the least, to schedule with everyone right now. But at the same time, like, we are just gonna pick a day. We're gonna have like 1 or 2 that go, and then hopefully eventually we'll have a little bit more to it and we'll get some more done. But believe it or not, this tiny space here is a fully functioning PvP area that we built back when the server opened to do some PvP, and then my lovely internet provider decided to change how they run things and what you're allowed to shove through, and then we ended up building our own VPN, which they blocked because they thought it was malware, and then somebody else had to like host the server. By the time everybody was playing, 1,000 ping is just too much. It was too much. So now that everybody can connect with fairly decent ping, this area should be pretty fantastic. So, and then like my whole thing that I think for here is I'm gonna be giving everybody probably some like gold boots or something like that, something just to get you an armor stat, and then like wooden swords, and we'll kind of play with it. I want to have on like 2 or 3 of the walls, I want to have special items, like it'll dispense like say like if you're running up the stairs at the right time, it'll dispense like an ender pearl. So then like when you're in the middle of a battle and you've got like 6 health, you can, you know, teleport over there. The only other thing is being ejected from the match. There are 1 or 2 spots where the game will actually eject you if it doesn't work properly. Let's see here, and then if we hit this, takes you right up there. That one takes you over. This one's over here. Get the fall down. But yeah, so hopefully, oh yeah, the hidden button for this one. Haha! Oh, I missed it. I forgot about that. So if you hit it right here, you just get, what? And then they can kill you. You hit it over here, flip around, land on this one, land on that one, and you have the high ground. Anyways, like I said, hopefully later in the next couple of days, probably not today, but maybe even today, we'll get probably 4 of us. This feels like a good like 4-person PvP area. And maybe we'll do like teams or something. And then I'm debating on expanding this in the future. I was hoping to make a like basically a juggler. There's a thing like this, but it also bounces you right and left as you go up. And I think that would be really cool. And then like I was hoping there aren't a lot in the means of like traps on here at all. So like I was thinking about having like this one up here have a lot more to do with like traps and getting things around corners, whereas like down here is like the melee area where you just kind of brawl it out. I want to put a lot more effort into some of these types of spaces, but the whole reason we actually haven't built a second one is because of the lack of testing from the first one. Like, I want to see us ruin this. I want to find, there's got to be an exploit somewhere, like where someone's sitting like up here, like nobody can get them while they're just yeah. But that way I'll know in the next one, like that's gonna be a problem, you know. So, and then no, I fell for my own trap. Ugh. Okay, I forgot that was an intentional. But yeah, this map is a lot bigger. And then this was back before a lot of things could hold back water. So my option was signs. Okay, and then there is a trick to this. I mean, you can actually get out this way, but I can't make it happen. So, and then like right there, it's just like, it's like a little mini elevator. Like if you know where you're trying to get, you can swim over into here, you're in the next spot, or you can actually like swim over here. That's an exit. I don't think, no exit. I think I was able to, because of this, make it to where you actually can't get out from right there. And I think this block was like this because originally I had a block here too that we can no longer leave there because it was broken. I think this was just meant to be so like if someone's hiding in here and somebody wants to come and join the battle, you can actually join from outside the game in 2 spots. This is one of them. And the other one is kind of like over there. But like, so from the bottom, if someone's in the secret room, I can't remember, it's the other side. You can actually look up. There it is, right there. You can actually see their feet if they're standing in there. So then the only other thing we're working on is I'm going to probably build a TNT launcher. There's no funner way when you have this much water to get into a building than to be seriously rocketed up there. But my original build was going to be like a platform that lifted up off the ground with like the honey and slime block flying machines. They don't run the same in Bedrock as they do on Java. So like I do have like returners and I have flippers and stuff that I've built for making those types of things work. But then like, I don't know. Now I'm just in the mood for sailing through the sky. Over here is a bug I would love to demonstrate. Well, I call it a bug. It's probably not a bug. They probably intended for it to happen this way. That was a failed attempt at a fish farm. I think we got our spider farm down there. Yep. And then there was a portal right here, which... Where does this portal pop out at? I think this portal is hot linked to the one that goes in there. But it's been up for so long, it might actually go somewhere else now. Nope. Cool. We just were able to save ourselves a real long walk there. And I don't actually want to go in there. We do have a redstone box now, so it only took us 45 minutes to go find that and get back, it looks like. So we're gonna try to just build a really simple, and now watch, even though I got a redstone box, it probably has nothing I actually need, just physically redstone, but it's a step in the right direction, right? Okay, so we are going to need a handful of things, some of which we do not have, some of which we do have. Right here, we have a dispenser. Right there, we got a hopper, got a dropper. So it looks like our original goal was to build a dropper vader. And it was going to go up and basically fill the eggs over this. I guess we'll go with that for the moment. Do we have more droppers? I don't think so. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, and a hopper. So let's grab a hopper if there are any. Wow, I'm super broke. I really need to make more stuff. And then this will go to that, so we need 2 droppers. Which, wow, I don't play Minecraft anymore. How do you make a dropper? It's like, does that use quartz? What does that use? Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. Okay, a dropper is redstone and cobblestone. That's difficult. Actually, I think I have plenty. So then we're gonna go over here. There was cobblestone in here. We do a lot of sharing on this server, which is cool because I don't want to walk to my storage system right now for cobble. And I want to say the odds are she's got some for grabs. We do hope to have an economy in the server in the future. You know, some trading, some selling, some etc. But at the moment, just to get this thing restarted, it has been really nice that everybody just works together. 1, 2... Oh, we'll go like that. Let's see, what can we... Oh, we did end up making a repeater on accident. 1, 2, 3... That should be more than enough. I just wanted an extra one, just in case. And I know this is not where that goes, but we'll come back to that. Alright. So, and then... I had a weird one with these guys the other day. When I made my most recent dropper vader, how do I even explain this? I don't actually know why it worked. Like, butting is just weird, okay? But like, let me just do this. How did the last one I had a torch tower of sorts. So let's go over here and we'll put this away. I am going to need this, and then that can go in there. And then I might need some more of this, so we'll grab all that. And then I highly doubt we'll need this thing, but I'll just take it quick. So, how... I did need a comparator, too, because the comparator starts the whole thing. I built this on creative the other day, I think. Or maybe I just built it in the overworld. Either way, it should not have worked, and it worked. That was, I don't want to say a problem... But, like, okay, so if we have this into that, which goes like that, to that. Oh, yeah. That's cool. great. I don't like having that attached because of what we're doing, so I'll have to go down there and I'll have to cut that loose. But trust me, I've played Minecraft before. I really have. Oh, yeah, of course. There's one right there. Okay. Get this. Come over here. So what we're trying to do is we need this to come out here and cancel this torch, because that's going to cancel that torch. That torch is going to power this guy right here. When it turns also on off, and then weirdly, this should never work. But it didn't work. Well, that's good. Do you know why it didn't work? Because it's one off. It needs to be even lower yet. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to kind of start this whole little chain again. Learning all the time. That anodesiite can just go. Don't really need it. Don't like having all of this connected. I really don't. And then perhaps what we'll do actually is we're just going to move this up a layer. Because I don't really want any of it under the floor anyways. Just because then that will, that just allows for more problems that we didn't actually plan on having. And then of course we go up here, we fill this all up, and the stuff we need is actually down there. Hello. Hello. Let's see. I know we're carrying things we simply don't need. Like, most of this we do not need. But I'm just trying to be as efficient as possible. Disconnect. We'll come back and clean that later. Grab this thing. Wait. Okay. Come here. And then, whoop. That should be lined up. And then we need the hopper that we had. Okay. Go put that away. Don't think we need that. Now we can go down there, we can clean up our mess and find that hopper, hopefully. If I had to guess, I either just picked it up, which I didn't, or it's down there. Do I have it now? No. Well, that's great. Did anybody see where it went? Was there another hopper to pick it up? I will go check. That's genuinely hilarious. I don't actually know how to handle the problem right now. I also went the wrong way, but that's okay. We wanted to visit the bees. Hello, bees. Gonna have to make a bee farm that we can get in and out of, but the bees can't. Most of them are getting out just by teleporting. Like, they're not, doing anything overly fancy. So I'm just out that hopper, huh? Because it didn't end up there. It's not in there. It shouldn't get picked up by any of this stuff. It really shouldn't. So then, yep, so inventory management has always been something that, like, kind of bothers me in this game, but, like, the reason that I kind of go is get so where I am is because, like, if you put one thing out of your inventory, the game just immediately drops an item you don't have. If you take 11 things out of your inventory, it drops 11 things that you don't have. Like, you're never actually going to catch up. Don't try. And then, let's see. I usually like to make things a little bit easier to see. I love that glitch, where, like, you go to click on it and it doesn't give it to you because that's what it's supposed to do. Alright, so then that would turn that off. Which is going to lead into... yeah, so... We need a signal to hit this, then that, then that. And, like, so how I had that happening was, I think, signal will come, like, right across. This gets turned off. Just give it a second here. I know. The biggest problem comes down to I keep just not having everything I need in my inventory. So this is not what we want, because that will then just plug back into itself. It needs to be, like, shutting off this torch right here. Thank you, game. That's exactly what I meant to do. And then there should be a block above it with redstone on it, and of course... really don't think that's gonna work. But this was effectively what I had built, and I didn't mean for it to actually work. I wanted to use it for, like, proof that it wouldn't work, but Minecraft has been so buggy lately that instead it actually worked. This is picking up nothing. And if I had to guess, it's because of that. Yep, see? So, we lead to the next problem. That's okay. We will just keep playing here. So the whole point in this is that this is off when there is no power. When there's supposed to be power... I might have done it this way. This is kind of a cheat. Let's make sure this doesn't work. The answer is no! You're early! He's like, cool, well, then I'm gonna leave. Yeah, you see me build these super complex circuits just to get stumped by 1, 2, 3. But it's because, like, how I usually do it is literally like, that would toggle, to that would toggle, to that would toggle. You know? Like, then you go like this, go like that, go like that, go like that. I don't have a torch. Don't have a stick. It's the other problem with having your stuff just get eaten by the void. Come on, let me through. Let's see here. Come over, hit that to that. So the benefit is that might actually work. No. But because... And we try this one more time. Nothing in there. One in there. Nothing in there. That right there. This is, again, completely redundant. I defy somebody to prove I built that. Why? Who would do this? Who would build this the way I have built this? This is wrong. But anyways... Next problem. We basically need this to fire when this gets overloaded, because it'd be too many eggs. So, again, the chain works. Now it's to make it toggleable. that's an easy fix. It's about how do we want to accomplish it. Let me eat some carrots here so we can free up another inventory space. There are kind of like a couple ways to achieve this. I can make a toggle switch, which will detect power here and toggle on and off. Excuse me. I have done in the past where like a piston turns on like a repeater or turns on something, which then breaks it. But I like things to be kind of silent. So let's see. What we need is something that outputs multiple times when it sees like an update. But like, so the thing is if we got 3 eggs laid, I needed to check if there's signal, send a signal. If there is no signal, don't. So our options are to either make a little T-flip right here, which might be our best bet. I could make the vertical one that we made the other day, but let's see. So then, while it's activated, though, we want it to basically repeatedly send a signal to here. So we might not actually be avoiding the main problem if we do it that way. So I think we are just going to go with the observer trick for the moment. And we'll go make a couple more real quick. Mainly just for simplicity and to get moving on with the project. 2, 3, 4, and then we can move some pistons. But effectively, what this will do is we'll have this extending a block to extend a block. This can push. So if that were to be pushing and pulling a dude, it would be like this to that, which will be powering that block right there. Just trying not to break a ton of netherrack at the same time. Hopefully Skulk conducts redstone signals. And it does. So then, what we need is, oops, we're actually 1 off here because I am lazy. I could make this an inverted thing, but why? I can just move it 1 further down, and everyone's happy. That's not what I wanted. I want this to be like that, so I can... Ugh. Minecraft, what's your problem? Oh. I'm sure that's fine. We'll just leave it like that for now. There is not a more wasteful way, in my opinion, to make most circuits than to use something like this. But, what you gonna do? Then we take this guy, we can go like that, which is gonna basically turn this into, you know, a binary switch. And then to fix it, we just go like that. So what should happen from now on is if there's anything in here, you're gonna get a bunch of ticks. And I don't like drop evaders. The thing that I believe they do, though, is they bud. So, like, when you light it, it lights its buddy. And you light it, and it lights its buddy. So they're basically all taking turns firing, and they can't go down. However, if this was turned to face this way, we could get rid of all this extra redstone that we pointlessly have up here. So we're going to do that now. Because efficiency is a big deal for me. That's not how that should have worked. We'll do it this way then. And we'll just hope that that's the right direction. We can test it. There are 27 in there, so we'll put 1 in. What's happening? We're not getting an item, but this right here is budding this. So, real quick here. to fix this, we basically just go back to the other way that we had it. That's moderately hilarious. I am apparently smarter the last time I built this than this time, but I don't know about you, but if I take a break off from Minecraft, there are piles of rules that are deleted from my brain immediately. So, first things first. I'm gonna have to do it like this. Game is super picky, because you have to be like, you have to actually do it like that. Like, so I have to dig more of the ceiling. Okay, sorry, Minecraft. I know, I'm such a bad person. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, come on. And then we go like that. And then we can go like this. And that should break the problem. Because even if this buds that for a second, it then unbuds it and it goes in here. So if we were to pick up our redstone dust again, and go like that, kind of throw a couple too many in again, they should all pile up in here. Okay, so now the next step, like I said, so now what we have is it's completely automatic for dispensing, or basically taking the eggs and moving them up higher. One thing we can do just to prevent the circuit from, let's see, do I have an axe? I do. Just so we can prevent the circuit from running if we don't want it to. What we'll do is we can actually install a couple levers here for like an override, mainly just because everything sucks. Okay, we're actually still gonna need that and that. Because what we can do here is we're going to take something like this. Go like that, go like that. Then this guy right here will be reading off of that. So that we can utilize that signal strength. Easiest way to redirect would be to go like this, go like that, go like that. This could go here, which can push, get another piston right here. So this is inverted. So we want it to retract, apparently. Nope, that's not what we want. We can do one smarter than this, because we played Minecraft before. Look at that! Then we just utilize this same ability here. We're going to want an off right off the bat, so we need our levers that we were just talking about. Because the last thing I want to do is fill the entire room with eggs. So this will prevent it from sending any more eggs out. Does this turn that off? No. Let's see. I want a way to guarantee that this doesn't light, or at least it doesn't blink. Just to get rid of the ticking. So what I would say, most likely, is if down here, if that line gets lit for some reason, which maybe this will light it, it does. That disables that. So that will make it to where if I were to put this in here, I probably shouldn't put those in there. If I put my redstone dust in there, it will just sit and fill up instead, because I don't want to hear this god-awful clicking. Then when I'm like, alright, go ahead and run the machine. Does it only click when there's nothing in there? Aha! That's also cool. I feel like that was not how it was. So, and that's going to keep that sealed up. But if we're going to do that, we're going to want some of that fence that we just cut. And then the front spot... Oh, you know what? We should probably put the fence on the front? I'm not 100% sure how I want to do the fence, to be completely honest. Because what I need is to be able to, like... I think we'll probably use glass. So, real quick, let's just finish this guy up. Boom. 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 Oh, that's great. Please? Thank you. Really? Dude. Again, the amount of machines you have to destroy just to use observers. And then everyone's like, observers are the better way to do this. And they wonder why I'll spend 25 minutes trying to find a way to use torches. 1, you don't have to aim a torch. 2, this is ridiculous. Like, the problem being having to... Oh, and I can fall through that hole. That's funny as heck. Cool. So, if I wanted to make this work, I would delete this and go like this, and it's still not going to work. Because I have to delete this. Like, that is the dumbest thing. Stop. And then, does that look even remotely like it's actually working? Like, I feel like it's not. Not to mention the lag is getting me now. There we go. Okay, so now we gotta come over here for the 70,000th time and just look at our insanity inventory. And then I'm gonna need that guy. Did I get my shulker box back? Yes. So this is trying its absolute best. It just can't because we have it off. Then if we come over to this guy right here, we can add another block here. And we'll do this. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to replace all the cobblestone blocks that are being used in redstone now with some brick. That way I can be like, yeah, we know which part is which. Because that was that, that's that, and we take these torches, which maybe didn't fall down below. Got those two there. And then there's going to be another one that goes here. No, it's one below, actually. And then we take that guy, go like that, which leads us to the comparator. Which powers that block, which we could probably also, to signify, is redstone. So redstone, 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 redstone. The cobblestone is irrelevant in my opinion because it's literally a path. This again is not relevant. Yeah, I sent my lever to the abyss. Yep, that's okay. Wanted to get rid of this stuff one last time. Except for the two that I didn't mean to take. Whoop. Awesome. Can go up there and re-add that switch if we want to. Nothing down here looks too important. Whew. Taking to the amount of time that it took to build this little chicken farm is honestly ridiculous. I don't deserve my my redstone degree in engineering. Huh. Oh yeah, you're missing a piece of redstone now. You don't say. Haha! There we go. That works. Alright. So if it wasn't all disabled, the next couple things would turn on. So what we're going to do next is a piece of fence and some glass, I think. Glass, 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 glass. That's the one problem with it not being my storage. I don't know what's in it. Is it with the sand? No. Whoa, what was that? Glass. Ha ha! Yeah, see? I knew she had glass. She likes to basically build, like, these little smelters and just cook. Lots and lots of cook. Alrighty. So what we're gonna need to do is this, this, this. Cry because we already screwed up. Okay. So, and then, like, the goal here, to my knowledge, it would be, like, if we actually had, like, a piece of fence here, I should be able to fill this with chickens without spewing chickens all over the room. Potentially. But then we can round up a bunch of this stuff. You know, it feels good to finish a project. Even if it was a 10-second project that I couldn't remember how to do whatsoever. Go ahead and set that there. Okay, now chickens going over there. This was pretty much the further that needed to go. Just in case. And then we're gonna go here. We're gonna go like that with that right there. This is my silky boy. All right, so we got that set up like that. That's over there like this. There's a potentiality I should have had some more whatever. But, like, now we'll just test it a couple flicks. And I want to say we have built exactly what we were asked to build. We did make one moderate mistake. I normally point this at something other than the chickens. But that should be fine. Let's just get all of the junk out of the system. Anything else? Any junk? No junk in the system. We have done it. There are way better ways to design these things, but this is what we were asked to build. This is how we were asked to build it. It should continue working, and minus the fact of being a bunch of gray blobs, should be pretty self-explanatory when they go to use it. The brakes are basically to stop lag. You know, kind of worried that I'm going to come back to enough chickens to crash the whole game. But I guess you win some, you lose some? This goes here. That goes there. That can go there. This goes above that. You can go here. You can go right there. What am I missing for redstone blocks? I don't think I am. This goes there. This goes there. I got too much stuff. But now I'm just like, I want to make sure that my inventory makes sense again. And this does look like most of the stuff I normally carry, so I'm not too worried about it. And I'm gonna go grab those just random items we kept throwing in here. Because they all have homes. Oops, that's not mine. And I'm not really even particularly against dropping them off in this storage system if I have a spot for them. And I think, yeah, so if we look in here... potentially... Nope. Double potentially, yes. So that's 2 of them. And that banner, these banners, they're not bad decoration. But so, anytime they grow up and lay an egg, they'll lay more eggs. I am a little tempted to turn it off. But what I probably need to do is I'll back up the world when I log off, and if I log in and it won't let me play, they did it. Alright. Well, that's one thing handled. We still have to... Okay, we figured out some of this, because that's looking pretty spiffy and clean. We do need to figure out some more healing for our tools. These guys don't have mending, so we don't gotta worry about them, but these guys could definitely stand to get a little fixed up. The Ender doesn't stack Enderman, so otherwise that would probably be our best bet. So I usually just AFK at the at one of these spots until everything gets fixed. But perhaps there's another project we should be working on other than fixing our tools. What do you think? Really? I think what we should do is we should go... We're probably going to go to... So we go to the mob farm or the Ender. Because, well, you know, I haven't shown off the Ender on stream today. Okay. I don't think I can do anything with that. I just got a little pop-up on one of the streaming platforms here, and I think it wants me to click a button, but I don't know what it means. So that's okay. Then, give me 2 seconds. I just gotta click on something real quick on a different screen. So I'm wondering if it is not. So if I go like that. Well, that made it mad, but I think we're good now. I have some software that I wrote myself to basically save and back up the world, mainly just to fight corruption. I try to like every once in a while we'll try to oh, we got turned around. Like if somebody has the game literally screw them over, we'll be like, all right guys, do we mind if we go back? You know, this person was digging in the desert and teleported to the end and fell into the void. Like, type stuff. Or we've had, back when the Elytra thing was just broken, you wouldn't just die. You would, like, you'd be going too fast, teleport to the end or the overworld in the exact same coordinates, so most likely a place we haven't explored, rather than the, like, divide or multiple by 8. And then, I just started a raid here? What? None of that. Whoop. That could have gone worse. There's one of our anvils. So somebody was telling me they added extra chests down here. There is a possibility that that means they have a place to stand now. I'm not quite sure where they got placed, but I don't see them over there, so it's probably fine. I had issues once we went beyond a double chest over here where the Endermen would teleport to the top of the chest even though they're not allowed to, and there are chests out here. That is not okay! This is why we let the pearls go into the void! Ugh. I hate being wasteful. Okay, we don't have any carpet on us. They don't appear to be teleporting to it now. I know that they only teleport to it via a bug, but it doesn't make me feel any better about standing over the void next to Enderman. So, let's see. Are any of these... That's full of sand. That's... Okay, so this one is empty. And we're just going to... Oh, man. And then, so there's no carpet there anymore. Why? It's okay. Oop, didn't want to do that. Okay. Then we should be able to go here and just go whoop, 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 whoop. And we'll hang on to that for now. Like that. I don't necessarily like to waste things, but as there is a point where we have enough. And now, about that spot where you can go kill yourself. The lag is going away. Hooray! And no, I don't like throwing 90 trillion ender pearls into the abyss. It pains me as much as it's painful to watch. Trust me. It's so sad. Killing the lag, just a couple pearls at a time. Okay. Just for my mentality here. I feel a little better. I really don't feel a lot better, but I feel a little better. Alright, guys. So, and this is just your typical ender. We've got an endermite at the top with a spawn platform. We don't have a ton of that was put into this because this was like a very, like, we basically made this day one. It wasn't day one, but we made it on, like, day one, if that makes sense. Hello. Unfortunately, I do find that this takes a little bit longer than I would like. Because, which is why, one, we want to make it to where, like, the Endermen can actually be, like, moved and stacked. I'm gonna probably make a thing that uses, like either water or minecarts. I was thinking about water. I never really successfully done minecarts. Like, boats work okay, but then, you know, we're fighting flowing water. We'll see. I like the idea of like an Enderman delivery, like being delivered to an area where they don't despawn, but they're not counted as the ones that are spawning here. And like I said, I know that other people have systems for this, but like my thing with this game is all right, what's the new one? What are we gonna do next? Otherwise, we'd only have one Minecrafter. We'd only need one. It is so nice to finally be getting some of these tools fixed. I like the shovel, because the shovel doesn't break. And so one thing I have been debating on is just slimming this into a tiny little, what's it called? Into a trident killer? Like, because then all I gotta do is just convince them to go stand on it, and then you can actually properly AFK here. But we'll see. Let's see here. I'm now paranoid. I'm like, is that not flat? Is that flat? Is this flat? So I'm super thirsty. So I want to go get some water, and I know I'm going to come back to a corpse. There is not a doubt in my mind that I will be a corpse when I get back. Let's see. If we finish the shovel, then we can have all the pickaxes in our hands. And then the other thing is, this is actually designed in a way, like, if I were to rip out this bottom layer, they'd all instantly die, and this would be an ender pearl farm. But, like, so, because of how efficient this is, this system underneath their feet is filled with ender pearls. That fills into this thing, which is full of ender pearls. Then, in the nether, that shows you the chest on the way here that's full of ender pearls, which has been full of ender pearls forever. So, like, it's not something we will probably need a lot of. However, I am hoping soon to build like an accelerator cannon, which I don't know how well that works on Bedrock. Again, all the things that you get to like see before are always built on Java. And then it's left to like 4 people who will try to convert it to Bedrock. And I'll tell you what, when I sit there and I make my videos where I'm like, all right, here's this, like, I'm a little disappointed that some of the ideas are so simple, but I'm even more disappointed that, like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I don't want to, disappointed actually is the wrong word. It's one of those things where, like, I feel like we're trying so hard to strive for parity, but then, like, over here on Bedrock, it's basically designed around keeping you from doing any of the cool, well, bugs, for lack of a better word. But we did have the potion duping for a little while. That was pretty cool. But like, for example, like railguns and ender eye cannons or ender pearl cannons and stuff like that, they kind of utilize like the stacking of integers in Java. I believe I'm saying that as a person who didn't actually cut Java apart and look at it. But so effectively having it to where you can have speeds of 10,000 or 40,000, which is where you'll see it like go right through blocks, decimate a player, etc. And then over here, you set up a similar thing, and basically nothing happens. The machine might blow up. But I believe that all the ideas are still there. Like, so one thing that I find a lot with making things like a Bedrock version of things is that you end up finding where it works. So, for example, the thing that we built yesterday, the main thing that needed to be changed in the grand scheme of things was an extra stone block, or we can use any block, but so that when you go to take your signal, it could be vertical. And then the one we did before that, which was just like basically remaking the red coder so it worked in Java and Bedrock in the same way. Yeah, I really can't take a lot of credit for that. I literally was just like hearing everybody talk, oh, it doesn't work. I'm like, yeah, but then if you put a target block on it, you know, but like, I didn't invent the target block. I didn't do anything. I just put it on there. And the same with this tall thing. Like, subjectively, you could say all I did was turn it on its side. And I would completely agree with you. I wasn't doing anything. I just made it so where my button for my thing works. And the whole reason I even want that is we're working on basically some command block codes and stuff that I want to be able to run, and then I want it to be controlled by a redstone machine because yes. And I'm still not 100% sure that I'm going to be putting command blocks into this thing that we're building. And it definitely won't be here on the SMP. But I'm kind of to a point of like, I don't really want to use an exploit. So it's either exploiting the game or using command blocks. And then like with the command block, I just want it to be a button. So the whole reason we built that the other day is just so there'd be a button. I don't like I don't like the whole like you put the button on the front of the thing. I want it to take a redstone signal from the push of a button. There was another thing that we were that about another 10 things that'll utilize too. But, hello. Welcome in. We're just killing Endermen. Trying to heal my gear as much as possible. I haven't checked on anything in a while. Still never got the music back. And I never got my water. Okay. I will be back in about a minute, maybe 2 minutes.